Growing up, I think most of us have an idea of what we want our life to be like when we get older. I think that it's pretty natural for us as human beings to always be focused on the future and what is next in life. It's like the grass is always greener on the other side. We're constantly dreaming of the future and what it will be like when we reach a certain milestone. We tell ourselves that life will improve if we could only move out of our parents' house, if we could get our dream job, if we could drive a certain car, or if we could get a certain girlfriend or boyfriend. If you're anything like me, you tend to get bored of things pretty easily and move on to something rather quickly to try and fill that gap. I know that this behavior drove my parents crazy, but my mom always looked at it and said, you know, my son just has a love for life. Come to think of it, she's right. I think it goes without saying that the last few years have been pretty tough on everybody, and I certainly found myself in a place where I just didn't feel happy. I wasn't loving life the way that I always have, and I think I shared that feeling with a lot of people as of late. Part of the issue I realized in self-reflection is that I was focusing on the past or the future. I was looking back on times in the past and thinking how much better they were, with complete disregard for the present and where I was currently. But it's interesting because if you actually take the time to slow down and think about the times in your past, you'll find that you tend to look at them in a more positive light than you may have actually been feeling at the time. Some of my very best memories come from times where I also was struggling with having no money. I went through times of having no friends. I dropped out of college and didn't know which direction I was gonna go. And granted, I had some amazing times back then, but it wasn't without issue. And that's the same as presently, and it's the same for the future as well. I turned 32 in April, and that was a really weird birthday. Not only am I 30, but I'm progressing into my 30s, and that was a little bit more odd to me than turning 30 itself. Knowing that I'm making progress towards my mid-30s, and that very likely a quarter of my life could be gone. I reflected on that a lot, and it's funny, I have an 11-year-old daughter and she'll call me old, and it's interesting because she doesn't understand yet that she's right behind me. All of you are. Ultimately, I realized rather than look at the fact that I'm progressing into my 30s in a negative light, I should look at it in a positive way, because it's an opportunity for me to go out and live and love life more. Recognizing that life isn't gonna wait for me and it's not gonna be here forever. I challenge you to look at what you have now, because either way, life and the world is gonna move on without you, whether you like it or not. There will come a day when this is over for all of us. So why not make the best of it? I think our future selves will appreciate it.